Hello all. Well, I thought I'd do a kind of a different video today. It's another one of those issues with the Orange Man. So the other day, Press Secretary Spicer warned of greater enforcement of marijuana laws, federal marijuana laws. So again, once again, under the Republicans, the hypocrisy of its state's rules, but yet right now they're warning us that the feds are going to take over full control of the states on this issue. But when it goes to health care, they're saying it's up to individual states to take the health care. Oh man, hypocrisy. I'm just amazed at the hypocrisy of this. Why the feds would even think of bringing back marijuana laws. That's silly. It's just, well anyway, what would you expect from the Orange Man? So at present, smoking weed here in the U.S. is legal in Washington, Oregon, and California, recreationally. Dispensers will be coming next year here in California where we'll be able to buy it through a store and add to the tax revenues. Just from the sale of medical marijuana, tax revenues in the state have gone up tremendously. It's really taking care of all the shortfalls that we were having. Hopefully it'll be used to give us health care, universal health care. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? All marijuana taxes go for universal health care. So here in California we had a mayor. His name was Gavin Newsom. He was definitely for legalizing pot, and he was one of the pioneers in medical marijuana laws being passed here in California. He called Spicer's comment highly uninformed. In other words, the guy's too stupid to understand how laws work, and that he will definitely help fight against the removal of legalization of pot here on the West Coast, both California, Oregon, and Washington, and also Colorado, I guess. A lot of the negativity on pot is about uninformed right-wing who think that everything is an opiate. And Newsom has brought that up, that marijuana has nothing to do with opiates, and it doesn't cause people to start taking opiates. Opiates are used for pain through most of the old people, and this whole thing about opiates is just blown out of the water so that they can pick on marijuana laws. But you've got to remember that a lot of the Orange Man's supporters are for pot legalization. So he better be very careful. He's eroding his force very quickly. Apparently there's been another poll and it shows that his popularity is at 44%. Well, I don't think removing freedoms from the public is going to get you anywhere. You know, this is a free country, and that is a freedom, just like drinking is. Though drinking will kill you if you overdose, you can't be killed by smoking too much pot. I think that we should be using the taxes on marijuana from the legalization on it for health care. You wonder how to do worldwide health care. That's it. There's enough taxes there at a low rate, like 3%. If you just asked for 3% tax and lowered the cost of pot, you could easily get enough to pay for universal health care. So I've got a poll upstairs, right up here, that little thingy. Let me make sure I've got all the points done. Right, that was it. I covered everything I wanted to. So take the poll upstairs. Are you for or against the legalization of marijuana? Let's find out what our watchers here on my channel think about that. Please go up and take the poll. So in the last videos we've had some really good comments, lots of good conversation by a lot of good commenters. Please keep it up on this one. Tell me about what your thoughts are. Are you for it or against it? Are you, what's your ideas on it all? You know, we didn't even talk about the positives about hemp, which is an off plant, which is another species of marijuana, which you can't get high on, but you can use this for all kinds of things, such as building materials, flooring, all kinds of things that pot could be used for instead of what we're using now, such as paper. We wouldn't have to cut down trees, we just use the hemp products for making our paper. There's also hemp clothing, though there's some controversy whether that's any better than cotton or not. One positive thing about growing hemp and pot or marijuana is that it puts nitrogen into the soil naturally. You don't have to use fertilizer. So farmers could use it for a crop in between crops so that they regenerate nutrients back into the soil. That would give them some workable cash to farm the rest of their crops and actually make some money. And the U.S. gets universal health care. What do you guys think? So I appreciate all your comments and your thumbs up and your thumbs down and your new subscribers especially. So on a beautiful 44-degree early morning here in California, until next time.